So this is my kitchen counter in the morning, and you can see from last night's dinner, we made tacos. So there's little bits of cheese all over here, some crumbs from some bread that I made earlier in the week. They got cut on a cutting board, and just the crumbs are everywhere. And so all of this will get swept up and then into this little bucket. This is it's an old Folgers bucket that has all of our kitchen scraps in it, and it's got some cabbage in there from yesterday that was cut up, that was left over, and there's some little bits of salsa in there, and there's some bits of burger in there, and there's all kinds of just different things, just scraps. I think there's some of the taco shells that broke up that we couldn't use are in the bottom of that thing too. Anyway, there's our little container that we keep on the counter. Yeah, it's kind of unsightly, but it's just there so that we can sweep up this mess, brush it up, and then put it in the container. And then it's Caleb's job, my 10-year-old, his job to take it out and give it to the chickens. Also a plate of peanuts, just the shells from these peanuts. And there might be pieces of peanut in there too that the kids were snacking on. All of that goes out to the chickens, and the chickens just love it. Now that this thing is full, it's time to go ahead and just take it out to the chickens. Chickens are all hiding in the woods over there, a bunch of them. While we're waiting, we can go check out what's going to be our new quail run. These are where all of our quail will be that we're getting ready to have. This is quite the run for the quail. It's a nice little run that Tim has put together here. So anyway, you can see the construction there, and all the poop will fall down here and be collected so that we can use it for other things. Look at that. Looking forward to seeing how this all works out. We'll be getting quail here pretty soon. In fact, one of our listeners has told us that they want to donate some quail, so we'll be doing that. Hopefully they're going to come over and we'll be able to see what quail they're gonna bring us. But yeah, we'll have some more videos coming up on this shortly, so stay tuned. So tell us the point of the ribbons that are hanging above the quail run.
That's an experiment I'm making to keep the chickens from jumping on top of the quail cages.
Oh, so they won't perch on top of them?
Right.
Okay, will that drive the quail nuts?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, that's a pretty good idea. It might work.
Maybe.
Guys, when it comes to raising animals, when it comes to gardening, you know, every animal you raise, every plant you grow, it's like printing your own money. It's like turning that dirt or whatever you've made into cash. Into cash. I'm taking my scraps, my kitchen scraps, I'm feeding it to my chickens, and then poof, free money. Money. Eggs cost money. But if you raise them yourself, you don't have to pay money to get them. It's like printing. It's like having your own printing press. And the Treasury Department won't come looking for you. At least not yet. Eggs. Those chickens out there took my kitchen scraps and whatever else, all the other stuff I feed them, and they make eggs. Amazing. Guys, think of your garden, think of your animals, your livestock as a printing press. Everything you produce is like printing money. You're turning these things into cash. Think about that. Stuff's like gold right now. And it's gonna get worse. I mean, there's some small ones in here, some big ones in here. They're about the same size as that one. I had some little ones from the new spring chickens that came through. That's a little bit smaller, I guess. A little bit smaller. But yeah, we're getting some bigger ones in now because our younger ones are starting to mature. So we're getting some good eggs. It's a little bit smaller. Good eggs. Free money. Free money. Turn your kitchen scraps into cash. Don't throw anything away. So good rule to keep in mind is don't feed your chickens any raw onions. Don't feed your chickens any raw potatoes. If they're cooked, they're fine. Give them out to the chickens. Every night when I make dinner, anything that's left over, any scraps that can't go, that can't be reused for leftovers the next day, if it's scraps, it goes to the chickens. Goes to the chickens. All right, guys, leave a comment below. Let me know what you're feeding your chickens. Let me listen. All of this stuff going on right now about what the feed is and the feed problems, and I guess Mike Adams, a health ranger, and some other people have tried to do analysis, or they're doing analysis and trying to figure out what is wrong with some of the commercial feeds out there. Listen, I am officially a conspiracy theorist. Now, I don't know what's wrong with the feed out there, but something's wrong. And when people switched over to other things, or started making their own feed themselves, or just kitchen scraps or whatever else they could feed their chickens, they started getting eggs again. So I don't know what the deal is, but obviously there's a deal. Something's going on. But leave a comment below. Let me know what you're feeding your chickens, and it's important. It's important these days to turn your kitchen scraps into cash. All right, guys, check out our merchandise, teespring.com. Links in the description below. This one was given to me by some friends of ours. We went to a homesteading event not that long ago, a few days back, and met some great folks, a lot of people there. It was put on by The Prepared Homestead, Travis over there. Check out his channel if you haven't done that yet, and subscribe, The Prepared Homestead. And we're not selling this shirt, but some folks there gave me this shirt, and they're like, hey, you don't have to wear it. We don't want to shout out or anything. And I wasn't gonna give them one, but I thought it was a great shirt, and so I decided to wear it today, and there it is. So, but you can find our best-selling shirt, our Stupid Should Hurt shirt. If there was more hurt in this world, there'd be a lot less stupid. You can find that links in the description below. Love that shirt. People love that shirt. You get a lot of comments every time you wear it out in public. All right, guys. See you next time in the homestead. Bah! This is Grandma. Grandma survived the Great Depression. She survived the Great Depression because her supply chain was local and she knew how to do stuff. Grandma was smart. Grandma told us to make do with what you got. She also said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Homesteading is all about self-reliance and declaring ourselves to be independent from the system. We grow our own food, we raise our own animals, and doing these things helps safeguard our families from the unpredictable world that surrounds us. But what about banking? I love being my own power company, but what about being my own bank? Right now, our country is over $30 trillion in debt and rising. The Fed keeps printing money, and the Congress won't stop spending money. Staying attached to the modern banking system and their investment vehicles is like putting all of your eggs in one very, very fragile basket. On one side, you have the threat of inflation and your savings value floating away, and the other side is a possible deflationary stock market collapse, just like what happened in the 1930s. Genesis Gold Group is like a basket holding eggs, and these eggs are impossible to break. History shows us that all paper investments have and will return to their intrinsic value eventually, zero. But gold, silver, and other precious metals have never, ever been worthless. In every collapse throughout history, people have turned back to precious metals to find monetary value. If you have a 401k, an IRA, or a savings account where you're literally watching the purchasing power inflate away, give Genesis Gold Group a call right now, today, this instant. They can develop a strategy for you and the days ahead. I can tell you how I raise sheep, I can tell you how I raise chickens, or the best way to grow tomatoes, or how to hook up a solar panel. But Genesis Gold Group is your best shot at safeguarding your hard-earned savings and investments during this increasingly turbulent time in history. The link and phone number is in the description below, or visit their website at genesisgoldgroup.com. And be sure to say you heard about them from An American Homestead. Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of An American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the homestead that we make here on the homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. Oh wait.